friends. All right, so this is the second video that I told you guys about that I would upload. So we're gonna talk again about Cubism. So I want you guys to think about the artist that we just talked about. His name was Pablo Picasso, and like I said, he was famous for inventing that famous movement called Cubism. I want you guys to say that with me again, Cubism. That's a big word. So Cubism is a movement that he created where he was basically taking objects, people, landscapes, pretty much whatever in his works of art and making them into shapes. He was simplifying them down and making them into shapes or more abstract, kind of weird objects. So I have a project. You will need paper. I used construction paper, different colors. If you guys have that at home. If you don't, that's okay. Another option that you have to do is use regular printer paper, and you can color on the paper with markers and then cut out shapes, which I will talk about. So here's my example that I made. What I did is I picked a colored piece of construction paper for my background, and then I took a couple different colors so that they would show up on the orange paper, and I cut them into weird shapes. Now we have circles, squares, triangles. I know we've talked about shapes before, but there's other shapes too that we can make up, and they don't have to be perfect. So most of the pieces that I cut out here, I was just randomly cutting with my scissors. So I have a bunch of different pieces of cutout paper that I've already made. We're gonna talk about some rules first though before we get started. So since we're using scissors, I know that lots of my friends know the rules with scissors. Now you have to hold them like this, depending on which hand you use. I am right-handed. These scissors are not for cutting your friends, your hair. I've done that before when I was you guys' age. I cut like all my hair off, and my mom was so sad and mad at me. These are for only cutting paper, okay? And you need to make sure that you're watching your fingers, okay? Because we don't want to cut our fingers off. That would hurt really, really bad. And then we have glue. Now, since I'm at home at my parents' house right now, I don't have regular school glue. I have tacky glue. This stuff, moms and dads, if you are looking at ordering glue offline, I'll show you guys this. It's just tacky glue, and I've actually found, I think I'm gonna order some for the kids. It's really easy to hold, and it's much better than those school glues that you squeeze out. So you need glue, and remember our rule with glue is just a dot, not a lot, so we don't need a lot of glue to get the paper to stick. Okay, so we're gonna put my example off to the side, and we're gonna make a new one together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my orange piece of paper and lay it down, and I'm just gonna kind of play. I'm gonna put all of these out. Now you guys will have to cut these beforehand. I trust that you guys can make lots of different shapes. When you're cutting, try out new things. Try to make different angles with the scissors. Cut out lots of different ones so that you have lots of options. When you go to make this and glue down your pieces, you might find that you actually don't need them all, or maybe you need to cut out a different shape after you get some of them glued down. So let's see. I'm gonna place some of these in front here so that you guys can see. I wish you guys were here with me so you could tell me what to do. But since I'm the artist, I'm gonna make the choices. So I'm gonna start with these shapes, and I think I'm gonna put them together And then maybe grab this one, and I'm gonna glue these in the center. So I'm gonna take my square, I'm gonna apply just a little bit of glue. And I'm gonna place that on the middle very carefully. Now you can kind of see on mine, Miss Haley did not use very good craftsmanship and some of her pieces are peeling up. That's totally okay. But I want you guys to practice good craftsmanship and try to get glue on all of the edges. So the slower you go, the neater your artwork is going to be. So we're gonna place that right there. And we're not doing this to make it look like anything. Art doesn't have to look like something necessarily. It can be weird, it can be funky, or abstract. That's a big word. Okay, so far that's what I have. If this is what I have, you guys probably can't see over there. So I'm going to take this piece, and I wish I could know what you guys think. I think I'm gonna put it right here. Gotta really use your muscles when you're squeezing out glue. I'm sure you guys already knew that. Okay, so I'm gonna take some more pieces. We're just gonna kind of arrange them. Make it kind of funky. Now, you don't have to use a lot for this. When you think that you have enough, that's when you'll stop. One of my art teachers always told me that art is actually never finished. It's just when the artist decides to be done with it. Because there's always something you can go back in and add. And other times, there's not. Sometimes you can overdo it. But today we're just going to do something quick so that you guys can see what to do and make it at home. So we're going to glue that one on there. Then I'm going to take this square. I want you guys to see how many shapes you can think of before you do this. And then maybe when you're cutting out your own shapes, you can come up with a new shape and give it a name. We're almost done. One more piece, and then we will have our final piece of artwork. All right. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another Artist of the Day video, and I will have more projects later on the week for you guys to do. But in the meanwhile, stay safe. Make sure to please wash your hands because I don't want any of you guys to get sick, okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.